Greetings, entities and guardians, my name is HyperHimes, and, well, I have a big announcement. I know in the video it says that there's a new way that you can support me, but before I get to that, I technically have two announcements because there's another thing that I worked on that I really wanted to show you, but it really needed its own video to dedicate how big it is. I have a brand new desk.
Who cares?
Now I know that may not seem as exciting as it sounds, but you have to bear in mind, I'm going to show you a picture of what my old desk looked like. It was this old, really old for that matter, school looking desk with a table next to it that also had my old laptop on it just for leverage. That's what it used to look like. But now I have this. This is a whole entire corner desk fit with so many things, and don't get me wrong, we had to move a lot of things. This includes me and the work of my brother and even good help from my mother just to get this whole entire thing in here. But let me tell you, this is one of the most coolest things I've ever had, and I don't even care if I'm grammatically wrong. This is just insane. I'm sorry, I just needed to gush over that before I got to the real announcement because I've been working on something as well, and I wanted to make sure that everything was correct for it, and I think it's finally time that I give a public release for it. I have a Kofi. Now you may be wondering, well, what's Kofi? Well, if you don't know what Kofi is, it's basically this website where you can actually support me and what I do with actual currency if you want to. Think of this as a membership system because I used to try and do YouTube memberships, but to be honest, that really never blew up in my opinion. I think I only had like maybe one or two, but then again, that was because I was a little bit smaller and I really didn't promote it as much. But there's also another reason why I started to use Kofi. When you compare it to other places, by the way, I gotta mention, this is not sponsored by the way, I just wanted to use this just because of reliability. In comparison to other places like Patreon or YouTube memberships, Kofi seems to give you the most amount for your buck if you ever want to give one person something and then they get more out of it. I know that doesn't make sense, but let me explain. Basically, Patreon and YouTube memberships and probably other services have this system where you can get money out of them. However, YouTube or Patreon or whatever handles these things takes a percentage out. So let's say 10%. So let's say if I got, let's go 20 bucks. Let's say I got 20 bucks from you beautiful plebs. That'd be cool, but YouTube or Patreon or whatever wants to take 10% of that, and then I would only get 18. At a small number, that may be pretty small, but imagine if it was like a whole 1,000. And then they take 10% of that, and that's 100. I'm sorry, but that's not good. Apparently with Kofi, they only take a short fee, which I'm pretty sure is around maybe $5 per se, depending on payment, and that's basically it. It doesn't really matter how high or how low your payment is. You get a large majority of everything that you get, while only having to pay a small fee. Now on to the question you might be asking, why would I want to support you and what would you be getting out of this? Well, to be honest, I do love making content. It's literally a passion of mine and I would love to turn that into a dream job. And I've always preached that this is not just a me thing. This is about each and every single one of us. And I would love to grow this community slower and slower. So with the help of some funding, I can definitely make bigger and better videos, upgrade software, get better things, and we could have the best community that there is. Now primarily right now, there's actually two ways that you could support me on Kofi. One is just a straight up donation jar where if you want to donate any sort of money to me, I would heavily recommend that you use that website to donate. But in my opinion, there's something that's even better. Also on Kofi, there's a membership system where there's up to 3 different types of memberships that you can afford. There's a $1 membership for people who want to be plebs, a $5 membership for people who want to be mega plebs, and a $10 membership for people who want to become pleb lords. Now, what are the perks to each of these memberships? Well, it's a good thing that you asked because if you don't want to look at my Kofi page, I'll explain them right here and right now. When purchasing the $1 a month pleb tier, you'll get 3 things. Firstly, you'll be able to see content that I wouldn't usually post on YouTube. So it could be exclusive Let's Plays, maybe some comics that I haven't released, or even other things that I didn't want to release to the channel just yet, or even ever. I want to make some stuff exclusive to Kofi. The second thing is that you're going to see versions of videos that are totally uncensored. Like for example, do you remember the short that I have about birthday cake cookie Sprite? Well, I actually have a version of that video that actually has me saying the F word. And yes, I am intending to upload that. It's not up yet, but trust me, that's going to be uploaded, and it's going to be real funny. The last thing that you'll get for just being a $1 member is that you'll be able to watch full uncut versions of videos that I have saved, usually for big videos like Your Local Pleb. Like for example, you know that Lethal Company video that I uploaded on Your Local Pleb? Well, there's a whole version of that video that's uncut, and I could happily upload it if I want, without anything being censored. Now, if you want to pitch in just a bit more, you can purchase the Mega Pleb tier, which is $5 a month. Not only will you get every single reward that's on the last tier, but also at the end of every video for HyperHimes and Your Local Pleb, your name will appear right at the end of the video. I even made a custom outro so that if you were to donate to the $5 tier, then it's going to appear as well. it'll be cool. I was gonna use this little exclusive feature for the $1 people as well, but I felt like there would be thousands upon thousands of names, and honestly, I don't think I can do that much. I'm only one pleb. Last but not least, if you want to pitch in just a tiny bit more, there's the Pleb Lord tier for $10. Not only will you get everything from the Mega Pleb tier, but also your name at the end of the video will now be golden instead of white, which I probably should have mentioned that instead. But the big thing about the $10 tier is that you have community control, i.e. basically I take your suggestions to do things. I could either try and make an image, I can try and make a certain video for you, I can try and do a certain let's play, I could try and do something funny. Whatever the case is, if you try and suggest it, I will try my hardest to try and get that video done, or that project done, because I know people will love to see that, and hey, you get it fulfilled, and it'll be awesome. I'll try and keep it restricted to like one request a month, and not just for one person. I'll try and do multiple requests, but if you were to buy the membership and you leave like 3 requests, I'll only try and restrict it to 1, but hey, there's always a chance that it could be chosen next month. So from this day forth, if you ever want to watch one of my videos and you ever feel like you want to donate to me in any way, shape, or form, I heavily recommend, not only if you want to use the donation jar on the Kofi, you can, but I heavily recommend way more that you become a member, either Pleb tier, Mega Pleb, or Pleb Lord, it doesn't matter. As long as you're finding a way to support this channel in any way, shape, or form, we are gonna 100% do it, and I promise you, I will try my hardest not to let you down. And honestly, I really don't want to let you down. I genuinely love each and every single one of you. I want this whole entire thing to be more community built. And let's be honest, the more that we raise up this community and the more that we get known, the more that we could spread our love into even bigger communities, and we could spread even bigger and bigger until we basically coat this whole entire planet with a bunch of plebs who know about the great message that we're trying to spread. And that message is trying to spread happiness wherever we can, because not only do I enjoy genuinely each and every one of you, but you're basically the motivation that wakes me up every day to do what I do, and I can't thank each and every one of you enough for that. But I know this probably isn't the video that you were expecting, so I do apologize if you were expecting something else. I just really wanted to get this announcement out there. But of course, like I said, if you want to become a member, either Pleb, Mega Pleb, or Pleb Lord, link is down in the description below. We actually have a goal going on right now where it's just $1, and that's for our very first Pleb. It doesn't matter if it's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, Mega Pleb, Pleb, or Pleb Lord. It really doesn't matter, because as long as we communicate with each other and I put out stuff that you enjoy and you're hopefully getting your money's worth, even if it's just for $1, I'm hopefully going to be able to provide that, because I really want to try really hard for you. But with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends if you think anyone would be interested in joining the Kofi, and if they enjoy my content in general, then, you know, share it, and also subscribe, while also hitting the bell to be notified of whatever I do in the future. But now in the description, not only are there going to be links to all my social media, but there's going to be the Plebbing Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, link to my merchandise where you can buy stuff to represent the channel, there'll be a link to a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I can get the kicker on YouTube stuff for absolutely free, but there's also my Kofi where you can become a member, support me, and I'll try and provide stuff for each and every one of you to be happy. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.